Alright, what is your claim here?
I'm going to ride the whole way.
Oh yeah? From here?
From here.
Okay, let's see if you can do it. No, you put your foot down, that's out. You're out. We've got Hanny on the bike. We've got BJ on the trucker and Roscoe on his curved Belgie. Mate, we're out in blockhead wind at the moment, heading out for breakfast, and Hanny's leading the way. Ross, in the darkness, is the main instigator for me riding 4 days now. I've got a problem with coordinating hand movements with numbers. 4 days I've strung together now, which I'm very, very stoked with, and he is the main reason that I'm doing this. Ross is actually heading out to the Dandenongs now, which is a famous ride in Melbourne, and he's doing all four sides. So he's riding out there, he's doing all 4 sides of the Dandenongs, and that's a massive ride, like huge. Even when I was super fit, I struggled with that. So he's going to spend pretty much all day out there. I reckon it's going to be a 6-7 hour ride. And Hanny is sorting some coffee out for me.
I just realised I've got massive holes in my new pants.
Where?
Look. Should I return them?
Yeah, return them. Because they're brand new.
They're brand new.
Have you washed them?
No, I haven't even washed them yet.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, no, that's probably...
They look like, are they not your bite marks?
But look, are they going to say they've been worn? Which they have, which means they're going to think that I've put the holes in.
Well, just say you put them on and then your partner noticed them straight away. Like a little bit of embellishment. Can we put this in the vlog? You're devastated, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you going to cry?
If these weren't pulled like that, I could return them, but because these are pulled, they won't return them, I don't think.
If they don't return them, it is fixable, Hannah.
Do you reckon they won't do a like-for-like replacement?
No, because look, like that.
How much were they?
139.
Yeah, that's... I don't know, you might have caught something.
So when I take them to the alterations today, should I just get them to sew that up as well?
Just say, hey, just sort that out. Is it major? Like, I don't understand women. For me, as a male, I'm like, just sew that together, right?
Yeah, because you're going to have this big, like, patch.
Well, then just send them back. Try sending them back. So do you even know what you're in for?
No. There's no greater feeling than not knowing what's coming.
Yeah.
You seem... But the look on your face makes me a little bit more nervous.
No, it'll be interesting to see how you handle it. You guys know I'm not great at hills, so the thought of doing the course that Ross is doing today is a bit scary. There's like 4 massive climbs, and you could ride 100 kilometers, so you could do 5 hours just out in the hills. But the thing that gets you is the commute out there and then the commute back. So it's no small ride. Now you're probably wondering why I'm not going out with Ross. I would like to, but A, I'm not fit enough, and B, I'm planning on riding later tonight, the Tuesday Night Champs. You've seen that in the vlog heaps of times, that ride. So I'm gonna rock up and do that. But I've got like 4 meetings this morning that I have to go to. And so, unfortunately, I can't take the morning off to ride, so, which is a bit of a bummer. All right, mate, enjoy, ride safe.
See you on the flip. I'll see you back at the ranch.
See you, mate.
Have a good day, dude.
Bye-bye. All right, so I've just got home. I've been home for maybe an hour. I've been doing some editing stuff and received a text message from Ross. He sends me a text message, just waiting for my Uber, puncture-based disaster. And now he's on his way back to my place in an Uber. What I loved about this whole thing is that you were wearing your helmet the whole way home in the car.
It's because I don't trust her driving.
This is sensational.
I can't get the bolt off.
You can't get the rear wheel off?
No, because I've got through axles. It just will not budge. And do you know what? I'm lucky. Normally I don't even bother taking the right tool to take it off. I'm like, don't worry about it.
Was he complaining?
Yeah, he was. He was shattered that you actually warned him before that something would happen.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's my fault, isn't it? It's my negativity.
Basically, I let this down on purpose because I couldn't be bothered to ride. Thank you so much.
That's all right.
I enjoyed that immensely, and I will test all of your recommendations out.
Oh, definitely.
We'll give you a awesome rating on Uber.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Well, just like I basically got to the end of the free. It was hammering down.
Yeah.
Raining.
Was it really? Rain?
It's like a different world. I don't know how far I got, like 20k or something.
Yeah.
It was hammering down, and I was just stuck on the side of the road. And I was like,
how are you not like really grumpy right now?
because it's just so ridiculous. Like, how can you be, cycle as much as us? And basically, I mean, I've got to another country to do a ride that I really want to do, and it's been scuppered because I can't change the puncture. But I never bother taking this out with me.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so you've only just grabbed that.
No, so I had it with me.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, I don't want to be stuck in the middle of nowhere if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
So this is the right tool.
Okay.
I mean, it's massive.
But what I don't understand is, why are these not quick release?
Do you know, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure you can get them, but I have no idea. I guess it's so no one nicks your wheels, is that the point?
If you're a rider, you're going to get punches. If you're out cycling all the time, you're going to get punches. You need quick release axles, okay? You're more likely to get a puncture and need to take the wheel off and replace the tube than you are taking the bike, locking it up and worrying about your wheels getting stolen. So that's why you don't have quick release. So I hope that brands don't get into this habit of supplying wheels that are not quick release for cyclists who are clearly riding their bikes every day, doing 400, 500, 600 k's a week. Like, for those sort of athletes, quick release are essential, absolutely essential. Carrying a massive Allen key and trying to get your wheel off, and then because you can't get your wheel off, getting an Uber, is just, the whole concept is just stupid. All right, so we've spent about, what, 20 minutes trying to get this wheel off. We cannot get it off. We tried all sorts of techniques. I've rung Curve to see if this is something that commonly happens. They've said no, they've never seen it. So we don't know what's going on. We're going to find out though. What we're actually going to do is we're going to repair the tube while it's in situ, and we're going to repair it by putting a patch over the hole, and then we're going to pump it up and put the tube back on while it's in its place. Yeah? So that he's got enough, so he can actually ride it to the bike shop, right? Because I don't have a car, otherwise we'd drive it over in a car. So that's what we're going to do now. Oi, sick story. All right, so we got on the phone to Sean at Bike Tailor and Curve Cycling, and they said they haven't really seen a bloody rear wheel axle get seized like that before. So we're going to go down to Sean at Bike Tailor, and hopefully he can sort us out, use his tools and use his workbench and workshop to get this thing unseized. I don't know what's going on, it's weird.
Sean, how are you, man? All right, man. It's back in Australia finally.
Been forever. How's the shop going?
Yeah, it's good. Well, Zach's our bloke. He's just
Zach's, you're a newbie?
started helping out.
At Bike Tailor anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
You should link into some of his YouTube
Really?
videos from when he was a BMX champion.
What's your?
I don't have, no.
We need to put it in.
No, I don't even have a YouTube channel. He's just...
Really? He's modest, isn't he?
Flips and all crazy stuff. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the stuff I want to do.
What are we doing here, brother?
Well, it is definitely rounded. Like, there shouldn't be any of that movement there. So I'm just trying to put a bit of like penetrative lube in there. Hopefully we can free it up a little bit so that then we can go. But like right now, if it is really tight and rusty in there and it's already a little bit rounded the bolt, we don't want to start having a go at it and then completely rounding the bolt.
Completely round it, yeah. Don't you love it when people come into your place of work and expect you to drop everything and just
I was just doing it just before, just out of interest. The guy's got this old school bike, and the race is the wrong size diameter, so I'm using good old Coke can, Sprite can, shimming it. Well, it's only on the old school stuff though.
Really? How
Well, he's
good's
got
that?
this really beautiful Durace headset, but it's just not the right size. So,
This guy's a craftsman.
well,
Tighten it up again and we'll replay this.
we got there.
Mate, how'd you do it? You reckon it was the lubricant?
Maybe.
Does he need to replace that rounded
I probably
thing?
would recommend doing it for sure.
I'll get Ryan
I mean,
to bring one.
well, exactly.
Yeah.
You're in the right city to get a replacement curve through axle, I'd say. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this style of axle in comparison to a quick release? I mean, really...
I think through axle is amazing. Usually 6mm doesn't round, so I don't know. Maybe you just got unlucky with this one. Usually it's a great system.
He just told me he's running 25s on his road bike. Is it your road bike?
Yeah, the roadie.
So 25 width tyres, tubeless or tubeless?
Clinches.
Clinches, 55 PSI. 55. Now, Pat Shaw has been on the videos before. He used to race and he used to run 90, 80 PSI in races. What if you were racing? What would you run?
Very much dependent on your weight. It very much depends on the type of tire that you're running. So this is why I'm only stocking very high-end supple tires. But the more supple the tire, the lower the pressure you can run. But based on all of that, taking that all away, and just for me, I'll be racing on 55, 60 PSI. Probably 55 front, 60 PSI in the rear.
And you honestly think that traction is fast?
It's better. I've got a power meter. I mean, obviously it's not a very controlled experiment, but based on a lot of rides I've done and looking at my power data, I'm running the same, if not better, with the lower pressures. And I haven't had a puncture in, I'm gonna jinx myself now, but I haven't had a puncture in like 18 months. My tires that I was running some S-Works turbos, which I was just actually given secondhand. Never once punctured, and they're like 12, 13, 14,000 K in, and they're still running all right. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Do you think, so if you've got 55, 60 or 100 to 120 say, what happens in that middle ground? Are you sort of in no man's land, like you're not hard enough to get low rolling resistance and you're not soft enough to get the other end of low rolling resistance?
I'm actually preaching a lot of what I'll give it. Cycling Tips did a podcast. It was number 9. You should listen to that. You got the guy from Silka, who was also in the carbon wheel development for Zip back in the day, about 10 years ago. And they got the guy from Compass, Jens Heine, who was like one of the pioneers with going wider and lower pressures. But they talk exactly about that. Most people are probably running in the worst spot in terms of tire pressure. You either want to go super, super high, which works in a velodrome, or if you're in Qatar or Doha like the pros and it's perfectly pancake smooth. Either really, really high and you will get vertical vibration, but no losses in watts from like your tire deformation, or you want to go completely the other way, which is more the way I'm going and much more practical for the sort of roads we're all riding on, where it varies. And go low, you get tire deformation, but that's the like sort of losses in energy from tire deformation are almost insignificant compared to the amount of vertical vibration you're getting by going too high in that 80, 90 to 110 PSI. So I'd rather go the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
In wrap up, I'll link the Cycling Tips podcast below. If you guys have got any experience on tyre pressures and low tyre pressures, and even racing at a high level on low tyre pressures, I would love to hear about it. Let's start a discussion. All right, legends, we are doing the Tuesday Night Champs, which is a Tuesday night ride that leaves from St Kilda, goes down to Mordialloc, and races back at full speed, game on. I will get dropped, there's no doubt in my mind, but it's a good ride. I've crashed on it before. I'll see if I can find the crash footage. But hopefully I stay upright tonight. It'll just be a good tester to get back into cycling again and get back on the bike, and it'll be good to show Ross what it's all about. Chowed up, back from the ride. Ross is ordering us burgers. So they've got a whole range of stuff here. We're just down the road from my house. Like, there's nothing better, mate. There's no better feeling than after a good hard ride, just eating one of everything.
Where the room, yeah, got no ceiling. If we lay, let the day just...
So this is pitting all through here, all through these. This is from pressure of the awesome power that I put out. But this is ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous that a product could even do this. They should be manufacturing these so it just doesn't do it.